Hello, Dave from Natick. Yes, Dave?
Good morning, guys.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, I know you're kind of reading into Jason Tatum's comments a little bit, but if you think Jaylen Brown is coming off the bench, you either waked and bake or you're on drugs right now. I think what he's trying to do is he's just trying to reset a little bit the overall culture and get people thinking on the front end about what they have to do to make each other more successful, which is what a leader does.
Yeah, I mean, do you think he's really, Wiggy thought he was talking to Jaylen Brown. I mean, isn't he more talking to Derek White or Al Horford or
really?
What? You don't think so?
You think he's talking to Al Horford?
So you think
make no mistake about it. He's talking to everybody on that team, whether they're going to play 40 minutes or 4 seconds a game. Because that's what you need to do if you're going to be a winning organization. You can't worry about just 2 people or 3 people. You got to worry about every level of it. And I think the real test for him, in my mind, is going to be, is he going to step up and tell people to stop complaining to the referees just because they want a bailout foul? Because that's really what killed that team down the stretch last year. Is they were playing 3-on-5, 4-on-5, because they were more interested with yelling at the referees than they were trying to get back and make a play.
Well, he's the number one offender. I mean, nobody.
Exactly.
There's nobody. So I hope he leads by example. I mean, there's nobody who whines more to officials now that Grant Williams is gone. There's nobody who whines more to the refs than Jason Tatum does. But
this is not about guys coming off the bench.
Greg.
What?
But I completely agree with you. He's got to lead by example. If he's going to try to set the culture for the team and not have that happen anymore, then he's got to not do it. He's got to get on his other teammates when they start to do it. And he wasn't talking directly to Jaylen Brown. He's just trying to be a leader.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't. This is not about guys coming off the bench. I mean, they got what? They're going to play 7 guys this year. They have a thin bench as it is anyways. So he's not talking about guys coming off the bench. And if anybody's coming off the bench, it's Al Horford. You think Al Horford is complaining?
No. Maybe he was talking to Pete Pritchard.
Yeah. You think Pete Pritchard's – I mean, he might be complaining, but it ain't about coming off the bench. It's about when you get into those situations where it's critical times and guys got to understand, hey, how are we moving the ball? Where's the ball going? How are we playing this offense through? And that's what it's going to be the biggest thing.
It's not coming off the bench. It's just taking on a new role that maybe you've had in the seasons past, and Jaylen Brown may need to do that.
You have 4 legit scorers.
Yeah.
Tatum, Brown, Porzingis, and Drew Holiday.
Okay, Brown is still your number 2, and that's not changing.
Right, but I don't know if Brown believes he's the number 2. Doesn't Brown believe he's the 1 at times?
And I think that's the Supermax guy.
And I think that's what Tatum's saying is like, even though you might believe you're the 2 or 1B, we have to figure out the identity of this team and how the ball's going to move.
Well, no, but I also think Tatum's probably looking inward. The last 2 seasons, we've had up and down parts of an entire season and postseason when it comes to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and their play. So now you have more talented guys that can step into those roles when they're having an off game.
On the Subaru of New England text line, which is 37937, find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. 774 texter took that more as a dig at Marcus Smart than they did at Jaylen Brown.
But why Smart's gone? What has been the biggest issue with this team from day one?
Jaylen Brown dribbling the basketball off his foot.
Yeah, I mean, other than that,
can I have a recommendation?
Can those 2 play together?
Can we have the Celtics season begin with a moment of silence and thought over the departure of Marcus Smart?
Yes.
Because I still haven't gotten over it. It is just such a bleak thing to have a guy like that depart the team. And
are you being sarcastic?
The people reacted to Marcus Smart leaving like somebody died.
Well, Curtis, he did bleed green. I mean,
he won as much as I did.
But some people appreciate that, like somebody who actually liked playing here and had that passion and the excitement.
Is the team better today?
Yes.
So then, what the hell else matters?
Yes.
And that's the biggest issue from day one is can Tatum and Brown play together, right? And now you're adding 2 elite scorers. So now somebody's going to have to take less of a role between Tatum and Brown. Who do you believe that's going to be?
I don't know that why do they have to play less of a role? I mean, the other two guys.
Because there's only one basketball out there. There's only one.
No, you were number 2.
What did Scal always say about this team? Oh, want to be me ball. If there's only one basketball, let's say Porzingis is getting his.
Yeah.
And Drew Holiday's playing well. Now, all right, only one of the other two guys can get theirs. And for the most part, who do you think the organization wants the ball in their hands? And they'll probably think Tatum. So Brown is just going to he's still going to have opportunities to get his, but he's going to have to take more of a back seat because there's more offensive talent.
Speaking, as you were, of Scal, he is back on the afternoon show, and he will be on this afternoon with Jones and Mego at 4. So Brian Scalabrine all season long on this radio station. This is Joe in the car. Hey, Joe.
Hello, guys.
What's up?
About Jason Tatum's comments, he should practice what he preaches because he's been, as Wiggy says, the superstar in his team. Well, he's been so disappointing in the playoffs. He shows up during the regular season.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that first half of the season, he kind of stunk. But in the playoffs, where's Jason Tatum in the playoffs? Everybody wants to point the finger at Jaylen Brown, like Jaylen Brown's his little scapegoat. But Mr. Jason Tatum, he should practice what he preaches.
Yeah.
He thinks he gets fouled every single time. It's so sticking to watch.
No. I think I feel like, listen, I have been critical of him when it comes to being a leader, and I'm hoping that he has matured to the point where he is going to he's going to be able to assume that role, do it the right way. He's playing. I mean, he'll get it anywhere. It doesn't matter, but he is playing for a supermax deal. So let's hope that that's a little extra motivation when it comes to the playoffs.
Well, you can already see that he's taking on more of a leadership role, and I think Jaylen Brown's going to do the same thing because, in my opinion, the one guy that kind of, held them back to being leaders was Marcus Smart because of his personality. And now he's gone from the picture. Drew Holiday's really not that person. Like he's not going to be coming here and being like extremely vocal like Marcus Smart. Porzingis is just happy to be here. So now your two leaders in Tatum and Brown are going to have the ability to lead this team.
All right.